Alright, Gunman66 here. Today I'm going to show you how I changed the oil in this 2010 HYUNDAI. Maybe some of you guys don't change it the way I do. Maybe some of you guys don't really know exactly how to change your own oil. Tell you what, save you a ton of money if you change it yourself. On my Scat Pack, I can't change it myself. Freaking cost me $250 last time I took it into the shop to get the oil changed. So, if you can change your oil, you'll save a ton. Let me show you how I do it. Okay, I'm always a little bit nervous about putting it up on those ramps. I'm always afraid I'm going to go right off the edge of the ramps and then I'm going to be in a pickle because I'll be screwed if that happens. So, what I have here is my cheat sheet. Now what you guys want to do is, well, what I do, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, it's kind of close up. I write down the date and the mileage of when I changed my oil. And not only that, but at the top I wrote 9688 filter, that's your filter size, 17mm wrench, that's the wrench to take the bolt out of the oil pan, and it takes 4.23 quarts of oil to fill it up. So with that being said, let me show you how it's done. Okay, now this does not take very long and it is really not that hard to do, but I'm a procrastinator and I feel like it's a pain in my butt even though it's only a couple minutes. But so here it is, the end of November. It's winter, it's cold, but I've got to get this done because it's not going to last through the entire winter. I've got to get it done before spring. So, let me, what I do here first, and I don't know if this matters, I'm come in here and unscrew the oil cap. Just leave the oil cap sitting there. I feel like that makes the oil drain faster because it's got air pushing it out. So let me show you the tools and let's get started. Now, I personally don't really care about this car, so I just use the least expensive oil that I can find. This car's been running for 300,000 miles and it's still going strong, but I don't care. I'm sure one of these days it'll probably matter, but for now, I got this Maverick. This is a 5W30. It says it's synthetic blend and it was $3.99. Got a Super Tech oil filter from Walmart. I think that was $2 or $3. So we got a wrench set, and I always use my crescent wrench, and I have to find my 17. Which is not that one. Here's a 16 and gotta be lucky 17 right there. Alright, we're gonna crawl under here, my trusty rag. Oh, and we have the drain pan here. It's got a little bit of oil in it already from the last time that I changed my oil, but I'm sure there's plenty of room for more oil. So let's get this back in under there. Let me get that camera adjusted so you can see me, and we'll keep going. Car is up on the jack stands. Gonna crawl underneath here. Make sure this thing's set to loosen, which it is not. We gotta turn it. There we go. And we will. Whew. Now see that just loosened up. Sweet is sweet, because there's no reason to put it on so tight that you weld it on. Now I try to just keep my fingers out of the way, because you might get a little bit of oil on you, but that's why I got the paper towel. So we'll wipe it off and be in good shape. Okay, we're ready. Oh shoot. Well, I got a little bit more oil on me than I expected that time. Alright, that's probably good enough. Oil's about done dripping, so we're gonna plug back in there. Now, like I said, there's no reason to put that on so stinking tight that you can't get it off again. So I just take my little wrench, turn it tighten, and there you go, snug. So that's it. Now we got to take out the oil filter. We're gonna move. Usually the filter is loose enough that I can get it off with my hands, but in this case my hands are covered in oil, so I got to get a filter wrench. Okay, here's the filter wrench. If you guys can see that or not, here it is. Gonna put it on the oil filter here. See if I can't get it to come off here. Oh man, I think. Yep, I got the wrong filter wrench. Okay, got the right wrench. Just so you guys know, here it is. There are different sizes of filter wrenches. So you want to make sure that you have the right size filter wrench for your car's filter. Because if you get the one that's too small for it, or in this case, like what happened a minute ago, you get the one that's too big, you aren't going to be able to get that filter off. But now we got the filter loose. We've got to try to adjust the drip pan so that the oil goes in. We just spin it with our fingers until it comes off. And there you go. Oh, get that rag. Wipe my fingers off. Usually, I'm not this messy. Now, we now have the new filter. Take a little bit of oil on your finger. This is very important. I hope you guys can see this. Put the oil around the seal, because that will help seal the filter onto the... had oil drop right in my hair. Okay. Got to get that up there. There we go. Spin it on. I don't use the wrench to tighten it. There's no need. Just put it on finger tight and it'll tighten itself back up as you drive. So the bottom end is now done. Now all we've got to do is put in our 4.23 quarts of oil. And we will do that right now. Just love the magic. Okay, here we go. This probably takes me the longest of anything because I like to get every drop out of this jug of oil that I can. Being is frugal. I am frugal. Don't want to waste. You don't have to have a funnel to put your oil in your car, but if you have a funnel, it really helps. Makes it so if your oil filler cap is hard to get to, you're not going to be spilling oil all over your engine. Okay, one more, and then a quarter. Of this jug. I would say that should be enough, but let's get our rag out, check the dipstick. We can find out where we're at. Well, it looks like to me that that's about perfect, but I'm going to leave it right where it is and fire it up because you've got to get the oil down in the oil filter. Get underneath and make sure that there's no leaks and everything's tight. So I'm going to do that. Actually looks good. I don't see any leaks. Oil should be pumped into the oil filter now, so we will test the dipstick one more time and see where we're at. You know, that looks to me to be about perfect. You guys remember Dukes of Hazzard and Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane? Coo, 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 you dipstick. Yeah, dipstick. So that's it. We're done. Oil's changed. In reality, it took me about 10-15 minutes to do it, and that's all there is to it. So you guys have a great day. We'll see you next time.